Hello and thank you for clicking on my channel. Welcome to the Real Movie Podcast. Today I want to share an unpopular opinion with you, and from the thumbnail you already have guessed it, the TV show Friends is overrated. Before I start talking smack about this TV show, I just have to say I really like this TV show, but I think it doesn't worth to be loved this much because there are so many things wrong with this TV show. And in this podcast, I decided to share a few things, a few reasons that this TV show might be bad, and I will leave you to judge me. Don't hesitate to say that if you are agree or disagree with me. There are many talks about Friends being sexist, homophobic, and racist. I've watched this TV show many times. I don't live in America. I don't feel it. I haven't felt it. But the more I see the commentaries, the more I realize what does people mean. TV show Friends is created in the 90s. And to be honest, I was saying to myself, okay, in the 90s, these subjects, they were much more controversial than they are today. And it was a bit difficult to address these issues. And with those times education knowledge that the people had, maybe the TV show did not want to address it that much. They did it maybe a bit mild and simple. All the homophobia jokes, they were about lesbians and how guys dream of seeing a lesbian couple are going at it. But it never reached a level to address this issue, to address this matter. It didn't pass over being just a joke, just something to share, laugh. About sexism, well, Joey is a complete sexist now that I think about it, but sexism might actually be something that at that time they couldn't help but to do it. I don't want to give them a hard time. And about racism, well, it is obvious that you don't see almost any diversity in the TV show. It is worrying, sure, but I still can't give this TV show a pass because it is made in the 90s. From now on, I want to say what was really wrong with this TV show. First of all, there were too many weird jokes between brothers and sisters. You know, when you have it once or twice, it's okay. When you have it more than that, it means there are some problems with the writers of the show. I remember how much I laughed. Rachel dated that guy who took baths with his sister, and that was weird, okay? And I really laughed, to be honest, because they broke up. It became a bit more repetitive after that. There were so many jokes shared between, if you remember that episode that Ross and Monica's cousin came into town, and it was like everyone wanted to sleep with her. Amongst those everyone, there were also Ross. So it was a bit weird. It was creepy, to be honest. And I can't think of many other examples, but I just remember that it reached the level that made me feel really uncomfortable. And I see myself as someone who is not politically correct. So if it bothered me, it did bother so many people who are politically correct. Then we reach to unrealistic lifestyle. Well. There was a huge debate between my friends and I. Which show is better, How I Met Your Mother or Friends? I always said Friends. I still say Friends. For laughing, I still choose Friends. But I cannot say that now this choice is easy. Because what happened in How I Met Your Mother was a lot closer to the real life. If you think about Friends, there are 6 grown-ups. They live in such big houses and they are all struggling with money. Also, they live in New York, so that is extremely unrealistic. This TV show gave an impression that people, they would go to New York to find a job. That's not right. People found a job. They've worked for 10 years and now they can afford to live in New York. It's not like that a struggling actor or a street musician, they can afford a house in the Big Apple. And above all, none of them worked. They were always hanging out with each other. They always had time to do something together. If you think about the TV show How I Met Your Mother, they did work and they spent just a little time in the bar and they talked about what happened to them. That was it. Friends is a bit unrealistic in that matter. And I seriously have a problem with how they became friends. That was really weird, especially the way that Rachel entered their group. That just can't happen. I give that a pass as well because it's a sitcom, you know, something has to happen. And the biggest problem I have with the TV show Friends, Ross and Rachel's relationship. Ross and Rachel might be the worst couple ever. They have absolutely nothing in common. And to be honest, I really do not like Rachel because she's spoiled and she cries all the time. I don't like Rachel because she's not my type. But Ross is an absolute monster and he is dangerous. And no one can see that. He cheats, he lies, he thinks that he's always right, he's overprotective, he's extremely jealous. The things that are wrong with Ross, unbelievable. And his relationship with Rachel, it is such a mismatch. They have nothing in common. I don't know how they end up together at the end of this TV show. The way that Rachel quits her dream job for Ross, that is completely unbelievable. I know I'm giving this TV show a hard time. I know it's just a sitcom. I know they don't have to be totally realistic. But come on, have some sense. Just a bit of sense. That is not possible. That can't happen. There are actually many other reasons that came to my mind while I was recording this podcast, but you know, for now, I think that's enough. Maybe I will release another podcast about how much this TV show is overrated, but I can't say that I don't like it and I don't enjoy it and I don't watch it. Because whenever it's on, it's not like I'm watching it for the first time. I watched it like many years ago. I don't remember when I watched it. But I think that if I haven't watched Friends and now I wanted to do it, I would have dropped the show. Maybe I watched it because I didn't have enough knowledge of a good TV show. If I watched The Office or even Seinfeld before Friends, maybe I would have changed my mind. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening to my voice. If you have anything to say and add, comment down below and let me know. As always, thanks. Bye.